Yo, people, it's your boy Major, and as always, I'm with my brother Ace, and welcome to another episode of Two Up Front. Ace, what you telling me, bro?
Hey man, I'm amazing. I'm great. Like yeah man, I can't complain. Like work has wanted me dead the last few days, but thankfully Arsenal did not disappoint, man. I don't think I could have handled any more upset. But nah man, other than that, I'm doing well today. How you doing, my guy?
Yeah, man, you know how it goes. Blessed and highly favored as always, man. But yeah, man, there's a lot of football to talk about. But before we get into that, please make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. And if you've not subscribed, we would appreciate if you do so. But yeah, bro, we got a lot of football to talk about. Obviously, with both two up front games, we were both at the games. So yeah,
Mm,
like we can give the point of view of the stadium and the atmosphere and all of that stuff. So, yeah,
mm.
man, let's start off with Arsenal because obviously yours was the big game of the weekend. Arsenal versus Chelsea, a London derby. Obviously, last week you previously beat Spurs, which was an important win for you. And then obviously Chelsea, another team who desperately would not want you to win the league, as well as obviously chasing their own ambitions as regards to top four, top five. Yeah, man, big game. And you ended up 2-1 winners. What were your thoughts rather on the game?
Yeah, nah, man. I guess yeah, like you said, it's great when you understand when you get raffle tickets and you get the privilege of spending £100 to get nosebleed seats. But hey, man, I'm not complaining. Like it was high altitude, but it was still like a great game to go watch, man. Like yeah, like honestly, the atmosphere. I'm sure just obviously because it was such a big game anyway, and obviously I think the Arsenal fans are also probably realizing just the fact that like all of these home games, if we play our part, we can have an amazing historic end to our season depending on what the players are able to deliver on the pitch. And I'll definitely say like from off the rip, like the atmosphere was really good in the game. Like you could tell everyone was like up for it. Like the energy was there. So like honestly, from that perspective, great atmosphere to be in. And yeah, man, honestly, all else can I say, man? It's just nice, you know, I'm playing little bro. You know, when little bro wants to come across London, little kickabout. It's always nice to just to deal with them. Like, I've spoken about I guess the trauma of being an Arsenal fan growing up. And I remember those Jose days. I remember how he used to speak about my manager, how he used to disrespect us, how he used to just know that if he just came with his men, our small boys would falter and ultimately lose the game, regardless of how well we played or how nice our passes were, and etc. etc. So honestly, man, I feel like we've just gone full circle with Chelsea now, where like even before the game, I was quite confident that we would beat them. Not that Chelsea aren't a very good team, but I just had that confidence that, again, in terms of just like the physicality of our team, or just the fact that I felt like we would always just do what we need to do to get over the line against them, because they would give us enough. Like they have enough weaknesses that are our strengths, especially with that back line going into the game. That was like, yeah, it'll be really poor on our behalf to not get the job done. But yeah, man, honestly, being in the stadium, like I will say, I've heard a bit said about obviously like the set pieces and this is a state of football and all this stuff. But bro, I think as we approach the season, I've had my complaints throughout the season when I want to see better football. I want to see us create more chances. But yeah, in a game of this magnitude, I don't give a toss how the goals go in, man. Like this was, it really was a set piece derby, where obviously a lot of the goals in this game came off set pieces. And I think firstly, something I guess kind of ignored, maybe because it doesn't fit the narrative of just how football should be played. But yeah, man, like our starting goal, the cross by Saka, amazing. Gabriel on the back post, jumping over Reece James, putting it back in the mixer. Saliba, I couldn't in the stadium. I couldn't actually see who scored the goal, but hey, man, I was celebrating regardless. So it was an amazing way to start the game. So we go 1-0 up, and I was again quite confident at this point, because I also felt like Chelsea were doing that thing of like a lot of the possession wasn't threatening possession. It was kind of that like keeping the ball to like keep the ball safe at times. So I didn't really feel pressured, but where I felt pressured is, yeah, man, their set pieces too. Reece James, oh my god, like every single ball that Reece James was putting in, even before the goal, like, I was panicking, because even from the stadium, I was just saying, "Ooh, that's a dangerous area." Then the first one we have Rice deflect it, and the right has to make a wonder save to stop it going in, and then obviously you get the own goal by Hincapié to make it 1-1, which again, he's been really good recently, so it is what it is. I did hear that he does have a bit of the Bozo gene, like from his time at Leverkusen, but you know he hasn't shown too much of that at Arsenal, so you just kind of put that down to an unlucky flick on into your own goal, because obviously it doesn't end up being too detrimental. So again, like I feel like one of the main things of this game was like both teams didn't really create too much free open play. The XG were very similar. What was really the big difference is the quality of our set pieces and just how threatening we are. We had 5 to Chelsea's 10, and as much as Chelsea were threatening, we still each time, even though it was always tight, did just enough to get over the line. And with our set pieces, we were able to make that count, which ultimately is what got us the second goal. We're 2-1 up now. I'm now saying, Arsenal, please, let's get a third. Let's kill the game. And it doesn't really come. And obviously, we thank God. I see Pedro Neto, after getting a yellow card in the first half, deciding that he needs to take out Martinelli, who I think was also really good when he came on, man. It just reminded me, which we'll talk about, obviously, depending on how this Champions League kind of run goes. Barcelona, I have something for you. That's what I'm gonna say. I have something for you guys.
Hey,
one guy, one guy that every time he runs, hey man, I'll talk too much right now. We have to get there first.
This could be a great or horrible clip, but
hey,
yeah,
man.
Hey,
man, listen, I'm a future teller. Hey man,
Go ahead.
I'm talking how I feel right now, man.
Go ahead,
talking
man.
how I feel,
Express
man.
yourself.
Hey man, that's what I could do. So yeah, man. So like I said, like it was a very tight game. Not really much was made through open play. I feel like set pieces were the difference makers. We were stronger at set pieces. We defended ours slightly better than Chelsea, which ultimately got us the win. So yeah, man, I think it's just those games where we take the 3 points off the back of the Spurs game, off the back of Chelsea game, like you alluded to earlier, where two teams that if they had any additional motivation other than maybe their own survival to fit and to stay in the Premier League and fight for Champions League football, they also would do anything to stop us winning this league. So the fact that all that pressure was there and we were still able to overcome it, especially off the back of the City result the day before, again, kind of adding that pressure of 2 points, and like we have a big game. If we slip up now, it's not going to be good, especially off the back of like even seeing like the Champions League run. I think a lot of us are looking at like the running now and saying that like we need to, every game that we should win, we need to win. Like, and then if it gets later down the line, we catch a Barcelona, that happens, we'll deal with that there. But like all the games are within our power, we have to do our job. And they started from this Chelsea game. So it was good to see us kind of start off with a win. My big shout out of the game from watching it in the scene and just appreciating him, because I remember when he came in and there was a whole discussion of Raya and Ramsdale. Is Raya even any better than Ramsdale? Again, I like circling the block, man, because everyone is so easy to talk before things happen and just make definitive statements. But I think now, years removed, and I remember even at the time too, where like obviously CE still had like that basically just still better keepers in the league, and it was just like Raya is not on the level of these keepers. And now we go a few years, obviously those great keepers have now either regressing or have left, and now it actually looks like Raya probably is, if not one of the best keepers in the league, which I think a lot of us wouldn't have seen when he first came to Arsenal at that time. Because again, he was a massive reason why we also were able to pull through with the win in this game, because again, from those corners, a keeper that's so dominant in the air, that's able to come and claim crosses, keeper that his reflexes are really good as well. So when he has to make these sharp saves that you don't really expect him to get to, he gets to it. So I had to give him a big shout out. And then yeah, bro, I was shaking my head before we started streaming because I was just like collecting my thoughts. And you're asking me like what's going on? What was I thinking about? And bro, I just had flashbacks that your caress, man. Your caress. You know, off the back of the Spurs game, I gave him his accolades. I said, you know what, you were great. You did well. That's what I want to see. Bro, watching it live in the stadium, I was like, this is an atrocious display. This is an atrocious display from a footballer, bro. Like the ball couldn't stick to him. And I'm like, I hate when players do this thing where there's a simple choice, there's a simple option. You ignore the simple option. You're like, I want to do something else. And then there's something else you don't execute. That is just do the simple option if you don't have the facilities to do anything more than the simple option. So he kept doing that throughout the game. And oh man, I was pulling my hair out, man. So again, Havertz, please, we need you to stay fit for the sake of our running. Okay, please. Because your crest, I think I'm getting to a point now, I'm just like, just the fundamentals are never going to fundament. Like, it's just never going to, there's always going to be the limitations in your game, man. So if it needs to be a 20-minute impact, that's what your thing for Arsenal is. I'll take it. But for that to happen, we need to stop relying on him, man. And I feel like the sooner we have someone like Havertz, hopefully he's able to finish the season strong. He's obviously missed a lot of injuries, but yeah, man, that was my biggest kind of like watching it live. It's already bad on TV, but watching it live as well, I said this is making me even more frustrated. I don't know what it is, man. About seeing it on the grass and just seeing the ball that he should control and him miscontrol it, seeing him make bad decision after bad decision. I said, get out of here, man. So yeah, man. I feel like can't really ask for too much more. We keep our title hopes alive. We kick Chelsea when they're down. Hopefully, increase the chances of them not getting Champions League football. Don't know if you saw the other day that they have the record loss in English football history, and I think in the 24-25 season, in terms of the amount of loss they made in that 1 year, was apparently the record in British history. So again, it can't happen to a better club in my opinion. You know, so yeah, man, can't ask for too much more, man. Definitely a really good day out and really big win for us. So yeah, man. Now we just move on to the next game, which again, it doesn't get easy. The pressure continues to build as we go, but it was a good start from the guys, man. But yeah, what were your thoughts on the game, bro?
Yeah, no, I think first and foremost, like credit to Arsenal for just getting over the line. Like it was a massive, massive win for Arsenal. Like there was pressure. Again, last week we spoke about Spurs, them wanting to beat you and everything that was on the line. And obviously they're fighting relegation. And obviously not in the sense of relegation, but in a similar fashion. Obviously Chelsea would have been absolutely desperate to beat you. And yeah, man, like the way you've dominated like both of those fixtures over the past few years is crazy. Like I think they've not beat you since 2021, which is crazy. And we know what you've been doing to Spurs as well. So yeah, like it's just been like a domination from Arsenal. Like they've just not been able to like get one over you. Which yeah, I think Arsenal deserve a lot of credit for that. I even saw something separately regarding Chelsea that I think also since 2021, they have not won away at a big six team that
Ooh.
isn't Spurs.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that reminds
isn't Spurs. Yeah.
you're giving me flashbacks, man. Those are kind of records that we were legendary for, like being
Yeah,
unable to beat a top six team away from home. Again, I think
yeah,
it's just a
Spurs.
clear indication that you just don't have the strength in your team to get over the line, especially away from home. I feel like it's yeah, man. I remember those days. Like at home on our day, we could potentially do something, but away from home at any of these big teams, it was the same thing, man. So yeah, man, Chelsea are really where we were at that time.
Yeah, nah. So yeah, man, like I think it was a massive win. I think as regards to like the state of football and like all of those
Mm,
discussions regarding corners, I feel like sometimes like we've got to like separate things. So I think, yeah, like even just looking at the Premier League currently, like a lot of the stuff that's going on with like the long throws and the corners and etc. is not the greatest to watch. Like, do you get me? But I feel like separate to like that's a separate conversation as regards to Arsenal and where you're at now trying to get a league title over the line. And I feel like first and foremost, right now is all about wins where you're currently
mm,
at. Like you see, when we're talking about attacking patterns and this and that and whatever, that stuff are things that would have been figured out before. You're at where you're at now. Now you just
mhm,
need to get things over the line, whether it's corner, whether it's this, whether it's that. Like this is where you're at now, currently. Secondly, as regards to like the overall state of football and the Premier
mm.
League and whatever, like I think it's a bit disingenuous for some people to kind of suggest that this was Arsenal's fault. Like, do you
Bro.
get me? Like Arsenal.
You know what makes me laugh about that too, yeah? It's when you even see the updates, like we're not even like the leading teams in the set pieces anymore.
It's like
Like you see like Liverpool, Tottenham are getting like 90% of their goals from set pieces,
it's
but it's Arsenal that are the
yeah,
but
it's
yeah.
not. It's like yeah, I think it's disingenuous. Don't get it twisted. Like, just again, rivals. Obviously, you don't want them to do well. Just generally speaking, that's your default position. But
Mm,
yeah, like from if you're asking me, do I think Arsenal like are a good team to watch? Then I'll say nah, not really. Like were Arsenal more entertaining to watch beforehand? Definitely. Like so, and all the corners and stuff. Like I think the reason why maybe yours get particularly picked out is because of like how scrappy it is, and you know this social media era where people are taking pictures of people in headlocks and all of this stuff and whatever and blah blah blah. And I feel like you found like a particular way of like, again, because I think you're the only team in the Premier League where we know the name of your set piece coach. Like, do you get me? So I feel like you guys have also made it a thing as well. Do you get me? So I feel like it's both other fans, but I think also you as well. It's like you guys have made it a thing, like hating murals and hating murals and all of that. So I feel like you guys have also you've pushed it. Like, do you get me? So I feel like it's a joint effort in that regard, but also like I think there's loads of different things like with football currently. I think we could talk about refereeing, etc., etc. Like, do you get me? Like, all of them don't land at the feet of Arsenal. What does happen though is that obviously, like, whenever things are going on in and around you, then you've got to adjust and you've got to make sure that, okay, you know what, like, if you're facing a team like Arsenal, then you need to know how to defend these set pieces. Like, do you get me? And you need to
like to add on to that is also that whole thing of just like, again, like we like every football's played to win. So the issue again from Arsenal fans' perspective, again, is that you want to see us create more through open play. So it's not just we don't score a set piece, we're just not going to score. I think when it's at that extreme, that's when it's like, oh, we need to see more. You need to find a solution through open play. But also, if at set pieces you're maximizing the chances of you scoring every set piece, I even kind of feel like even the long throw thing. Again, I actually think if you're a team that has that fundamental, has that facility, then why should you just throw it back to this one player 1 yard away and then try to create a chance where you can launch it straight into the box? It's as threatening as a corner. It's like logically, it makes sense as a way to score goals. Obviously, what we want to see is that when the ball is in play, we want to see attacking possession football. The issue is when it's too stop and start and like, you're playing for those set pieces when it can be very like frustrating, in my opinion.
You know what it is? I think. Again, like, I think it's and we won't spend too long on this because we want to talk about the actual game. But I think where it is that because even with the long throw thing, it's like that was a thing before. Like when people like weren't complaining about the state of football, the state of the Premier League in that way. Like, obviously, everyone knows like Stoke, Rory Delap, etc. I think is one of them ones where it's like I think first and foremost, I think the game has become so data driven. And I think because it's become so data driven, like people are like managers, coaches, etc. They're looking at like percentiles and they're looking at things and they're saying, okay, you know what? You're outside of the box 30 yards. What is the percentage of shots that will go in from 30 yards? Okay, well, it's low. So we want you to now make this pass. Like, do you get me? Or take the shot on or whatever the case may be from the free kick. It's like, what's the percentage that you will score? Well, not that high. So we want you to delicately cross it. And then if we get the flick on, then that will increase the percentage and then you'll have a better chance of scoring. I think I even remember like Declan Rice with his free kicks against Real Madrid. I think they told him not to do that. They told him to cross it. And he just said, and I think he said, Saka said, hey man, if you're feeling it, go for it. And he just done that. Like, and you don't get those moments if we're doing it by the data analytics and all of that stuff. And I think what's happened now is that before it was more so of a thing of like, with all due respect, but it was like certain calibers of teams where it's like, you know what, they've got to like master those things of like set pieces and throw-ins and corners and whatever the case may be, because like they've got different circumstances, they don't have as much quality, they might be fighting for survival. But then I think where now it's looking very, very weird or it's looking ugly or people are criticizing it is when you're seeing the top teams do it. Like, do you get me? And it's like everyone's taking long throws. Like, do you get me? And like everyone is now, and I think there's an overall discussion to be had, like, do you get me, as regards to the state of football and whatever the case may be. But the reason why the Premier League is the reason why the Premier League is currently where it's at isn't at the sole blame of Arteta and Arsenal. I think that's disingenuous. Like, do you get me? So I think, that's a separate conversation. As regards to like your football, attacking football, etc. I feel like first and foremost, where you're at right now, even if it's a corner every game that wins you the title, then that's what wins you the title. Like, do you get me? But I think Arteta's already gone with his approach for this season. Like, do you get me? Now you're in a place where it's like, cool, let's see if it gets over the line or not. Like, do you get me? It's it's kind of like, this isn't a stage where it's like you're trying to discover new attacking patterns and new this and whatever.
Or they got Eze Rice midfield.
Yeah, like, do you get me? Yeah, like you're at where you're at now. Like, do you get me? It's like, this is where you're at. So because this is where you're at, you've just got to roll with it and say, all right, cool, let's see if Arsenal can get over the line. Like right now, I think the priority for Arsenal fans will be to like lift the major trophies. Like, do you get me? When we're talking about legacy debates and how good was this team and whatever and blah 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 and this is this, that's a separate conversation. Like, do you get me? But I feel like a lot of Arsenal fans right now, they would just take the trophies and say, you know what? We know this team ain't gonna be in the legacy debates, whatever, blah blah blah. But you know what? Maybe
Hey man, don't let us pick up 4.
or
Don't,
2
don't let us
years
do
or
the don't let us
whatever,
do the
blah blah
quad.
blah.
We'll be in those conversations,
man.
bro.
You get me? Yeah, trophy. I was more so talking about like the
Yeah.
team and like like the quality of when people are reminiscing and like, oh, rah, we remember this great City team, like the Centurions and like how they played and this and that and whatever, or like when people are talking about 07 or 08 United or even the Invincibles and Henri and etc. 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 Like those are separate conversations. But yeah, you're right. Right now, first and foremost, if you win trophies, you win trophies. Like, do you get me? So it's like that's gonna be like what you're judged at. Like, and the fans are gonna take that. Like, so I think first and foremost, it's just one of them ones where it's like Arteta, Arsenal, they've gone with this data-driven, percentage-based approach to football and how they're going about games. And now it's just one of them ones where it's like you just gotta get over the line. So if it doesn't work, then that's where, you know, again, you went with that approach, like you know, live by the sword, die by the sword. Like, do you get me? So now that's where there's going to be a lot of discussions. But currently, as things stands, Arsenal are top of the table. They've got a really nice draw in the Champions League, which we'll talk about later. They're in the final of the League Cup, and they're in the 5th round of the FA Cup. So yeah, things look very good. With the game, again, the game didn't surprise me at all, man. Like, I thought Arsenal were going to win. I didn't think Chelsea were going to be able to get over the line. I don't even think Chelsea were like horrible or anything like that. Like, I just thought Arsenal will find a way to win. Chelsea seemed to be quite vulnerable from set pieces, so I weren't surprised that Arsenal were able to capitalize on that, even though you also conceded one yourself. Again, we spoke last week, and I was like, I gave credit to Arsenal as regards to like Gyökeres and Eze, etc. But I said it, bro. I said, whilst I'm giving them credit and Gyökeres, again, 1-1, big goal, all of that stuff, bro. Bro, if you think that the other teams are going to let him do that, like, bro, you're not going to face Dragic every week. Like, bro, teams aren't defending Gyökeres like how. So I think a lot of people, they might have thought, oh, you know what? Like, this was the Gyökeres that we all.
I thought he stumbled on sign.
Yeah, no. Gyökeres is who Gyökeres is. The thing that Gyökeres needs to do now is he just needs to, in this running, he just needs to provide decisive moments. And then he's going to be remembered fondly. But he's not going to change into a different football player. What you saw against Spurs, that's not going to happen like every week. Like, do you get me? Like, people who thought, they're like the optimists that tried to convince themselves, like,
I thought he'd gone into a dark room and he thought about what he was doing wrong. He was like coming with a different, finish the season a different Gyökeres. I was wrong,
it's not going to happen. But what you can do is that if he can get onto the end of things, if he can get some shots off and produce some decisive moments in the running for the rest of the season, then again, man, like, people are going to be happy with that. And like, people look at it and say, yeah, Gyökeres, man, you done your job. Or even if it's not your complete job that we wanted you to do, you've been able to help us get over the line. We'll take it, rather. I think that's a better way of phrasing it. But it's like, yeah, but Gyökeres is, I said it last week, man. Like, I saw some Arsenal fans and the way they were talking about Gyökeres, I was just like, bro, I was just like, I don't even want to be the hater, man. Like, I don't even want to be there because we're
all back to earth, man.
I won't even with the whole not trying to give any Arsenal any credit for the Spurs win, but I was just like, bro, what? Like, like, what are we talking about? And Eze is again, he's a player that I really like, but bro, there's a reason why he hadn't scored in the Premier League since he last played Spurs. Like, you're not getting that space to be doing all of that. Like, do you get me? And to be fair to him, actually, I think in the game he got a good shot off. Where it was a decent save with his left foot. Like, do you get me? Yeah, but like, generally speaking, like, you're not gonna be able to be getting that. So even things like that, like those little moments and etc., whatever, like, those are the things that are gonna prove decisive. So as regards to that, I wasn't surprised. Like, I didn't think Gyökeres was going to be able to do anything like what he did against Spurs. Like, I was expecting,
But you know what it
literally,
is though,
like,
because
I
I was
watched Gyökeres
again.
and I was like, yeah, this is this is
But you know
Gyökeres.
what's disappointing with me, yeah, it's because again, where maybe I was a bit too happy with that performance against Spurs. Put my hands up. But then it's like I'm looking at Chalobah, I'm looking at Sarr, like first Premier League game. I'm like, bro, you can't get change out of Chalobah's a decent Premier League defender, and Sarr is a young kid, and you're not getting any change out of them. It's just not encouraging at all, man.
Bro. But this is what I'm saying as well. It's
all.
like it's struct, and this is why again, like Spurs, like structurally as well, like they were just set up so bad. Like, do you get me? Like, even with the great strike that Gyökeres had, like, do you get me? It was a great finish. Like, do you get me? But bro, this wasn't like some great intricate play to play through you where, bro, they just let Gyökeres have all the space in the world, bro, just to do what he wants.
Took him back to
like,
Portugal.
So so even just structurally, like, even forget like one-on-one matches, but matchups, but even structurally, bro, Chelsea are just too good of a team to allow that. Like, do you get me? Like, yeah, like they're just like, do you get me? He weren't gonna be able to, like, if he was gonna score, he weren't going to have the game that he had against Spurs. Like, do you get me? So it's just one of them ones. But yeah, I feel like, the game, I don't think it was a high quality game. I don't think Arsenal were particularly great. I think Zubamendi as well, like, he's been like doing a lot of questionable stuff.
That back pass back to Raya, bro. My hands for hours, bro. And he's also looking at people also calling out too. There's a lot of big games as well. It's like, bro, why is it when it's a big game that you lose your like?
He's got to fix up. He's got to fix up 100%. But yeah, I think it was it was a weird game. Like, I felt like there was a second half, because I was watching it on the way back. I felt like Chelsea, like, they were probing, etc., but they weren't really able to fashion. I remember there was a good like opportunity when the ball goes across and Palmer tries to get on the end of it, like, and it just misses him. Like, but then after that, like, off the top of my head, like, I can't remember them fashioning like anything like really concrete until Garnacho sends that like cross in, which like looks like it might be spinning into the corner, and then Ryan makes a really good save. Like, do you get me? But yeah, like, obviously it was a set piece matchup, like you said. Like, they had theirs, you had yours. I think again, like, Timber, massive goal. Like, Arsenal, they've been working on these things, and yeah, man, like, I think it weren't a great game. All the questions regarding
Sanchez was pathetic in that, because in
I
didn't see what happened when he came out running or foul. I saw the highlights and said
it was absolutely nothing. Yeah, it was absolutely nothing. When I was watching, I was like, yeah, it's absolutely nothing. Yeah. So yeah, like, I feel like Arsenal, like, they were just able to get over the line and do what needed to be done. Like, I think the problems regarding like your attack, like, again, it's not all of a sudden going to change. I think what you're going to need the rest of the season is that, again, whatever goals you can get from the set pieces, get them, and then you're going to need just like moments of quality. Like, do you get me? Like, individual moments, whether it's a Saka who's able to do something and put in a dangerous ball, like, or is a Gyökeres that's able to get on the end of something, or like, you're just going to need that, like, just ways of getting over the line. Like, that's what it is. Like, do you get me? A lot of Arsenal fans, they didn't want a tight race. That's exactly what you've got right now. Like, so you just need to get over the line. Like, that's where you're currently at. But I think I've got to give massive credit to Arsenal just for getting the win, man. Like, do you get me? Again, I don't think it was pretty, but at this point, bro, you just need to get the dub and then keep it moving. Like, that's where you're at. Like, again, you've taken the approach that you've taken from the start of the season. Like, you're gonna live by the sword, die by the sword. Like, do you get me? So afterwards, if it don't work out, then there's gonna be all sorts of discussions. If it does, then no Arsenal fan's gonna care, man. Like, I think it will probably be even rivals that will be doing the whole how did we let this type of team win the league and ugly and whatever the case may be and blah blah blah. And like, do you get me? Now you enter a new conversation of like Premier League winners and how bad they were to watch and all of that.
You already know. Wow.
I'm sure
we should clip that up, man. That is 100% going to be a topic,
bro.
I'm sure
I'm sure Arsenal fans will much rather be in that conversation than bottling it 4 times in a row. So again, I think they'll take it. Like, do you get me? So it's just one of them ones that I feel like you're just at the point where it's just like, yeah, man, you take it. Like, I think I remember even someone saying that, you know what, like if they had their preference, it would have been the 22-23 team or even the 23-24 team that won the league. Like, do you get me? And not this one, but we're at where we're at. I don't love the football, but at this point, man, just get me the major. Like, do you get me? So I feel like that's where it is. I think something that is and you know what, like we'll talk about United afterwards, but let's quickly speak about City, just because I think it links obviously with the title race. But yeah, I was going to make the point that I think something that is interesting is that obviously like your set piece threat has been there throughout the season, but I think defensively as well, you're definitely not as resolute as you once were. Like, and even when I was looking there and I was like, rah, like City, again, like we spoke about them, like structurally, and whilst they're still not perfect and they're nothing like, you know, the top Pep teams of the past, but they have made obviously signings in the matter of Gay, who obviously like I think he's been brilliant, like he's been a top player. And then even structurally, like we've spoken about that midfield, like I think even like moving Nico O'Reilly there, like that's helped shore things up, like having Nico O'Reilly, then you've got a Rodri, then you've got a Bernardo Silva as well, like, and they're working, and it's like structurally they're looking better. And Arsenal, they're not obviously far from being like bad defensively, like you're still a really good defensive team, but there's not nowhere near as much of a gap as there once was like early in the season. And I think even looking at the table, I think City have just conceded 3 goals less than you like throughout the season. So it's like, yeah, now it's like it's not that crazy gap that there once was, which is going to be interesting. So I think now, like going into this running, it's going to be about like moments. It's going to be about holding your nerve. It's going to be about like people being able to step up when the time is needed. And I think even with Semenyo, again, difference maker, like, you know, Haaland, he was injured. And like normally, like the question a lot of people be thinking is like, oh, well, bro, he's going to score City's goals. But like, do you get me? Semenyo, that's what he's been doing. Yeah, that's what he's been doing. Like, do you get me? At Bournemouth, and then he's seamlessly transitioned. And it's like, you know, like if a ball's going across like that, that inverted run into the penalty box to try and get on the end of things, like that's what he's great at. And yeah, man, like, I think that was a massive win for them as well, because Leeds, tough place to go, and Leeds, they could have got something out of it. Like,
bro, they really
very,
could have,
very
man.
much could have got something out of it. So yeah, and we'll talk about in a sec. I'll pass the mic to you, but yeah, man, like I felt like that was just a big win. And again, even credit to Arsenal, because I think after that it put the pressure back onto Arsenal. So for them to get the win was really important. But yeah, I think City as well, they look like they're in that, you know, that mode like that they get into where they're just like, bruv, yeah, we just need to string these results together. And yeah, like I think now is going to be an interesting race, because I think it's four wins in a row in the Prem, 5 of their last 6. Like, do you get me? Like, they're just stringing the results together. And Shirky as well, he was brilliant, like absolutely brilliant in that Leeds game. Like, he really stepped up. So yeah, man, like credit to them, and it's going to be an interesting title race. Yeah, but I don't know if you have any thoughts on that City game.
Calvert-Lewin, man, he's made an enemy for life. Okay, that guy could have kicked us off to a banger by scoring that chance, but yeah, no, I think he pretty much said it all. I feel like Leeds were definitely in the game. City really could. I think City could have really very easily dropped points in that game, if not losing, at least a draw. Because I think Leeds were definitely like on top of them in the first half. But I'd say in the second half, then City probably definitely had the better chances, and they go on to win. But yeah, I think this is just the L of, I guess, being in a title race with City, that you just can't enjoy the games, and you can't, like, you're sitting there hoping, oh, this is the day they drop points, and then no, they don't drop points. Haaland is injured. Is that sign for us today? No. Semenyo's there to get the goal. Oh, the defense was leaky. They brought in Gay. I think I said that at the start of the season that obviously Liverpool they've had their own so many more issues, but I generally still stand by, like, their start of the season wouldn't have fallen off the way it did if they had got that signing over the line, like in terms of Gay to Liverpool at the start of the year. I feel like that was like a massive difference in like their defensive structure, and City obviously have gained that this January, and I'm just hoping that he's not going to be a massive difference for them. That then ends up being they end up winning the league over us. But yeah, nah, C did what he had to do. Semenyo, yeah, did his job. But yeah, as a hater, I'm still banking on the fact that I think, as I agree with you, that they're definitely stronger defensively, not as vulnerable as they were. But I'm banking on the run of fixtures that they have as well, just it catching up with them eventually. I mean, that's what we have to hope for
Oh,
from
like the
Arsenal
all
perspective.
pumps with the
Yeah, like all comes and the
the big
difficult games
fixtures,
and not being able to rest the
games,
big players. I think that
Mm.
might be the difference for us when it comes to, I guess, bringing them down a level. And also, I was gonna say at the end of the Arsenal section that we, as much as we also need to like get over the line and find moments, I think we need to definitely improve our defensive structure again in terms of that. It's definitely a bit too easy to play through us and create chances. Like I was saying, like, I think like half the goals, I'm paraphrasing, that we've conceded so far this year has been like errors from Arsenal defenders leading to goals. It's been like players giving the ball away in sloppy areas, own goals. Like, so it's just been, I think from that perspective, that's where we also need to, as well as obviously continue finding moments, is that we also need to stop conceding a goal a game. Like, we need to lock up our defense again to shift that balance back in our favor. Because right now it's a bit, I definitely agree with what you're saying. That it's definitely a bit nervy right now. I think the factor that I think is still in our favor is, again, obviously the fixtures that City have in their future. But yeah, man, fair play to see, man. We'll be there for the next game, hoping they lose.
Yeah, it's even midweek game, so yeah, it will be interesting to see how both teams get on. But yeah, man, from one up front team to the other, obviously United, we had Crystal Palace on Sunday before the Arsenal game, and I was at the game, and yeah, man, like first and foremost, like it was just really good to get the win. Carrick, it's been nice, man. Like, it's just been nice to just be collecting dubs. Hey, man, it's Carrick, Hard to believe it's not Scholes. So, yeah, man, like, I think it's been nice to just see how, like, we've been able to turn things around. But, yeah, as regards to the game, we started horribly. Like, it was a horrible start. Like, I remember I was in the stadium, and then of course, like first couple of minutes, like Crystal Palace, they just start bopping it about, and I'm like, cool, like cool possession, whatever the case. Then corner swings in, and then they score. And I'm just looking at what? What's going
what you expected? This guy predicted 3-0. I knew that was a shock to the system.
I was like, this ain't part of the script. I was like, so these man played on Thursday as well, bro. They should be tired. I was just like, conference league in on Thursday. I was just like, what's going on? And I was like, all right, cool, United are gonna wake up now. Nope. They just keep on bopping it about. And I think structurally, we really struggled, which is ironic because obviously we used to be a 3 at the back team under Amorim, but we were really struggling with their system. We couldn't really get to grips. Yeah, man. So a lot of players, like, oh my days, there were some bad performances, like in that first half, like that half. Dallo, he was just making just wrong decisions and just. Yeah, he was just having a bad game. Like, just, man. Like, it just weren't good. Like, we were just there. We were just like, United, can you fix up? Like, what's going on? Then, towards the end of the first half, like, we got better. Still not great, but it was better. And yeah, like, I was thinking, right, cool, half time. Like, I feel like we can turn this around. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to pick things up because things weren't good at all. Yeah, man, before the game, like when I was in the car, like going up to the game, I said, I knew it. I was so confident. I said, I know Sesko's got something for me, man. Like, I know. I was so like, and that's when like he's in great form. I was so confident he was gonna score. Like,
what were your thoughts about, I guess, him starting?
Oh, I'll get to that as well. But yeah, like I was really, really confident that he was gonna bag. And on that point, I was really like willing and I was really hoping that he was gonna bag because I already know how narratives play out. Like, it will be a thing where it's like, even though like it shouldn't be the case, if he starts now and he doesn't score, then people, oh, see, this
Get
is
back to that
why
bench.
this is how you
Get back to that
come off
bench.
the bench. This is just effective off the bench. Whatever. I knew that could become a thing. Like, do you get me? So I was like, nah, like I really wanted him to score, but I was confident that he was gonna score. Like I was proper confident. So yeah, I'll get onto his goal a little bit later. But yeah, second half, we come out and we're better. Like, yeah, like we've therefore picked it up now. Like, we're like stringing things together. And Bruno just said, yeah, man, like it's time. Like
He activated, man.
Activate. Yeah, he said, yeah, man, it's time, man. Like all of this one, I don't even know what's going on, but yeah, let's do something. So yeah, like he just started balling out. Then yeah, he plays
that
a
free kick was nasty.
Oh yeah, bro, he was just doing his thing. Like literally, he was doing his thing. Earlier on, I forgot to mention, yeah, like Casemiro had a good chance, like where normally, like airily from there, like he's cash money. So yeah, but there was the Sesko header, where Henderson makes the save. But yeah, like Bruno, he plays beautiful ball into Cunha. Obviously, Cunha's road. And then there's a whole thing, obviously, where it's like he goes down, and then because we were at this side, innit? So like we were looking, like that was my side, like where it happened. So we're looking and we're like, penalty, like that's where straight away, like the whole crowd pen. But then obviously with OT, it's funny, isn't it? Because it's like obviously the board says VAR, like do you get me, like checking, but we don't know what's on TV. Like they might have more of an idea what's going on. Like, do you get me? We're thinking, cool. Are they checking penalty? Not penalty. Penalty, not penalty. So it's like we're looking at that. Then we don't even know what's happening with like the red card stuff. Like, do you get me? So it's like we don't know if like there's so many elements basically to what's going on. Like, do you get me? So it's like, and it's funny. I think even Jids was saying it even next to me. He was just like, nah, like it has to be a red card as well. Like, do you get me? Like he's denied the goal scoring opportunity. But obviously we don't know what's going on. Then obviously the ref does the VAR sign and then he's going to the board. And then we're like, right, cool, what are they checking? Like, have they confirmed that it's the penalty? Like, or are they checking if it's a red card? Like, we don't really know what's going on. Then eventually comes out and now says, cool, committed the foul. And then it's funny again because he says he committed the foul, and then all at Old Trafford starts cheering, and then it's like, bro, we need to hear the rest of what he's saying again. Like, but yeah, then we work out cool. So we work out cool penalty, and then obviously we see man back out the red card, and they were like, all right, cool, they've given the penalty and the red card. Then obviously afterwards, like when I got home, like I'm able to now actually see, like probably because for us it looked like pen. And then obviously, okay, now I can see, okay, there's a whole thing about was it outside the box or in the box, like etc. And I think it was one of them ones where it's like, and I don't think the refs are ever like, they've not necessarily been consistent with this, but it was one of them ones where it starts outside and continues into it, like, and then that's where the whole discourse is of, oh, should it be free kick just outside the box or a pen inside the box? Like, do you get me? So yeah, but then obviously it's the pen, and then yeah, Bruno steps up, dispatches it, which I was very confident in Bruno, but yeah, Henderson has a good penalty record and when it comes to saving, but yeah, like Bruno does what he needs to do. And then yeah, man, my boy Sesko, like Sesko, and I've said this so many times as well. Yeah, I remember I was screaming this under Ambrim. I was just like, bro, when you've got someone of like such of athletic, you've got an athletic anomaly in football, bro. This guy should be scoring multiple goals where you just fling it in the box. Like, you know, just, oh, damn, Sesko's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you know, them was, damn, Sesko's in there somewhere. And you just fling it in the box, bro. And he should be bagging multiple of those type of goals per season. And yeah, like credit to Bruno because it was actually a really good ball. But yeah, man, Sesko, he just bullies, man. Like, do you get me? Brilliant header.
It's a great header.
And then bang, like brilliant header. And then I was like, yeah, man, there's my goal, man. It's like we're saying it, like you knew it was coming. But yeah, I was super happy for him. Like, you know, last week we were talking about like, oh, like what players of yours when they score, do you get really happy? Yeah, Sesko, any scores, I'm so happy, man. Like, I'm so happy because I know what people are trying to do, and I saw it in him. I said, nah, man. Look at the fundamentals. Look at that.
God.
Look at the builds. I said, what?
Maybe we should have listened to Arteta.
Hey, Arteta. I was thinking, you know, I was like, Arteta was onto something. Someone said, nah. Someone said Arteta's a criminal. He said he wanted to add Sesko to Arsenal's corners.
No, I know they had to pry Sesko away from him, man. You're not having him. Yeah, nah, it's actually nasty.
He was cooking. He said, nasty. I see something. But yeah, man, like this guy, like, and you know what I love about Sesko and like even the goals that he scored, like the variety of finishes is mad. Like, do you get me? Like, you have the goal against Everton, where it's like counter, like, do you get me? One end of the pitch to the other, like just leaves, man. And then obviously has time to think about the finish, and then just bottom corner, nice. Then you've got the West Ham goal, which is just like a crazy flick into the top corner. Like, do you get me? That's a finesse, tech tough flick where you're like, how on earth did he do that? Like, do you get me? Just crazy technique. Then you've got the Fulham goal where it's like the ball comes to him, touch, bang, just bang, just smashes it top corner. Then you've got the Burnley goal where it's like Dorgu flies, sends the ball in, and then he hits it on like the volley, like with a side foot, like, you get me? And then then you have the one where Bruno places it, and then he just smashes it bottom corner. And then you have this one where it's just like the ball gets sent in, and then he just powers over, man, header. So he's just scoring. He said, what, transition goal? I can do that. You just want to fling it up into the box and just want me to power over? I can do that. Oh, you need finesse and you need me to just do something magical? Yep, I can do that. What, one touch and then bang it? I can do that. So I was like, yeah, this is what I like as well. And it's decisive goals. Like, do you get me? It's like, that's what we want, because that's what we need our striker to do. Like, when we need a goal, it's 0-0 and we need you to do something, or it's 1-1. Like, do you get me? It's not just goals when it's like we're 2-0 up, 3-0 up, and it's like, oh, you get the fourth. And I'm not saying even those goals, for strikers, goals are everything, innit? So I'm not even so saying those goals are meaningless. But it's like, yeah, you want those difference makers as regards to, like, you know what, we need a goal. Can you do something for me? And I feel like that's what I really appreciate about the goals that he's scoring. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with Sesko, man. Like, I'm really, really happy. Like, that made me very happy. Like, the fact that, like, he started, there was all of this talk, there was all of this noise. Like, can you do it when you start? And then he rose, and yeah, like, he done his thing. And yeah, man, I get why Carrick took him off. Like, I think a lot of the people in the crowd, they wanted him to stay on, and like, you just want to see him play more. But like, I fully get why he took him off. And then Ahmad came on, and Ahmad had a brilliant cameo. Like, man, like, he had a brilliant cameo. So it's like, again, like, because Ahmad hadn't played the greatest in like the last match, so yeah, like, he came on, and I think this is why it's good to have like competition for places and etc. Like, do you get me? So like, he was really doing his thing. So yeah, man, like, in the end as well, like, we probably could have got another, we weren't able to, but yeah, man, we just needed the win. But yeah, shocking first half an hour. We were able to get things better. Then obviously second half played much better, red card, penalty, and then we're able to get the winner. Overall, I feel like, yeah, the win, really important for us. I think we're really in a good position as regards to top four. But yeah, like, we also can't afford to start like that, like in future games, because we definitely can get punished. We can get punished if we continue to do that. But yeah, man, like, just really happy we got the win, man. And yeah, man, United, that's what it is, man. GGMU. So yeah, good times.
No. I what's it called? I wasn't able to catch the second half because I was heading to the Arsenal game. But so I watched the first half and I watched the highlights afterwards. But yeah, you guys were woeful at the start of the game, man. It was definitely like those throwback United performances that we were seeing probably like under Amrin or like I guess under Ten Hag, where it's like you guys go into a game, you expect to win, and then the players just come and just look like they're ready to lose. They just look like if you guys have the quality to beat us today, you can have it, and that's what it was looking like it was gonna be. But yeah, like obviously it was a really good header by Lacroix. Like I guess they learned their lesson that if you want to supplement, come in and collecting it, just swing it away from him and then let someone bullet it from almost outside the box. And good start by Palace. And yeah, I think Palace definitely in the like part of the game that I watched looked like they were definitely the better team and they were actually playing with more confidence than I expect them to based on like their recent form. But yeah, I think then second half catching the highlights, yeah, it looked like I've got Bruno's another one in the first half too that I was looking and I was saying, man, these are I was having some flashbacks, some conversation about people want to start saying Bruno this, but I'm like, bro, he has these performances too, but the second half, like he well and truly like
he
rose
was
again.
like he was doing
he well and
you
truly
know, he was just trying like just stuff like through the legs, like you know when Bruno just starts moving tapped, like just volleyed passes, like he was just he just took control of the game. Like he was,
and like you said, team man, with like Sesko, like one thing you have to give Bruno when he's on form, like what he does is also decisive. Like two big moments in the game that get you guys back in there, and obviously the cross as well. You said it earlier, that cross was amazing. It was actually like I felt like what even made it a bit easier for Sesko to even get that much power, and it was the cross had all the power already. That he really just had to firmly direct it where he needed to. Yeah, like firmly directed to where you want it to go. And I think the cross and the header, like really, really good goals, man. So yeah, no, I think all in all, you guys are in like very good form. Like you say, your like form on the Carrick has been amazing. Didn't see this happening. Now that this is now looking like, if you guys are now one of the favorites from being an outside chance that I never could have seen to actually get in the I guess top 5 spaces. So yeah, that battle is gonna be very interesting to see what's gonna happen because like I don't know if you want to talk about Villa afterwards, but they look like they're in danger of slipping out of the whole thing at this stage. But all in all, man, definitely have to give United credit. You guys came back in the second half. I think Shaw's gone off injured now, so it might be interesting to see what that means, whether it's going to be like a Majrari left back and what that means for how you guys play.
I forgot to mention as well, Maz came on and he was brilliant. Maz was brilliant when he came on. Yeah, man. Like, he was just quality. So like he had a good cameo. It was some good cameos as well because Xerxes as well. Like he came on and like you saw his quality, like his touch, able to lay it off, and like I think. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. To be fair, I think it'll be Dallo and Maz that he'll play with.
Okay.
Like, I think it'll be that. Like I think Maz will go left back. But like I think it was defo like a bad start. I think we defo need to fix up as regards to that, and even like just intensity wise as well. Like we just need to make sure we're starting the games with the right intensity. But like as regards to like top 4, I think things are looking good. So man, like 19 points out of 21.
That's
crazy. Can't complain. I can't complain, man. 6 wins for the draw. I can't complain. So man, like, and then obviously now we're third. So like I think we just gotta try and win. Like every game we go into it, just try win it. Like that's just what it is for the rest of the season. It's not like we got anything else to focus on.
But about to say, man, you guys have a whole week to prepare,
bro. Literally, so every game, just try to win it, man. Like do our best to win it. But you spoke about Villa, and I think this top 5 race is going to be interesting. Like me personally, I feel like we'll get it. Like I'm quite confident that we'll get it. I think Villa, they've not been in great form. Obviously, they lost to Wolves. Wolves are hilarious, man.
Bro, it's man, these guys like when they got they made it almost like they're mathematically relegated, and then said, "Let's start winning games."
They're just altering people's destinies. They said, "Arsenal, you go for the title." Let's just mess that up a little bit.
They have City coming up.
Let's just mess that up a little bit. I think they got Liverpool next. But
they can definitely do something like you.
Villa, and obviously Villa, that's a West Midlands derby as well. And they said, man, like we already don't really like you. And then of course, man, like let's just try and get some good morale. And then I'm sure some players there as well, they're also saying, you know what, respectfully, I'm also not trying to go down to the Championship. So this is my window. Like, do you get me? To ball out. This is, do you get me? So suitors can see what I'm on. Like, do you get me?
100%.
So
They can know that
yeah, man.
I'm not a championship footballer. I'm like, nah, man, it's true. Like their
So
players
yeah,
are like they're playing like really good football. I feel like this was actually a game where you know when they always say like who wants it more, like that whole like football cliche. I feel like Wolves just were just much hungrier and they just wanted it. Like you'd think that Villa with what they have, I guess the play would want it more, but it just looks like with the injuries, like where their team is currently at, they just looked like just devoid of just ideas. Like they just couldn't fashion any.
The injuries,
Yeah,
the injuries are horrible. Like like that midfield has been oof. But
yeah,
I think Villa,
decimated.
they're gonna find themselves in a really weird position like soon, because obviously you're going for these Champions League spots in the league, but you also are gonna have the Europa League, and that obviously will provide you with Champions League football and a trophy, which I know like is extremely important to like Villa. Like obviously, like you saw Newcastle and what the trophy meant to them. You saw Palace and what the trophy meant to them. You saw Spurs and what the trophy meant to them. And I know Villa would be desperate to like mark this Emery era with silverware. Like so that will do the job as regards to fulfilling that and then also getting Champions League football. But also just like to sustain their project and keep going and stuff, like I don't think they can also afford to just like dismiss the league, because the Europa League isn't a given. Even though like yeah, they definitely could win it, but it's not a given. And in the case that you don't win it, like I think Champions League wise, like the revenue and stuff financially, I think that's extremely important to them. Like so, yeah, like I think they're kind of in a weird position where it's like Europa League, of course, is definitely a priority, but also it's like you don't want just your league form just to just completely drain. I think it probably, obviously, United are they've only got one game a week, but obviously Chelsea, they're still in the Champions League, and they've got the FA Cup as well. So yeah, like I think other teams are gonna have priorities, but I think Villa, it's really hurting them as regards to the players that they've got out. Like, yeah, and like their squad is getting stretched. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be an interesting one still. It's gonna be an
Yeah,
interesting one.
and like to add on to what you're saying about them too, I also feel like they're in like the unfortunate, I guess, position that you end up in where like you're also punching above maybe where you should be or expectation at the start. So it's like they're flying third in the Prem. You're like you just kind of expect them that okay, maintain that you've had an amazing season. Again, obviously, like hopefully they pick up the Europa spot, but now it's like you drop out of this top 5 and you don't win the Europa League, then it's like what went from like you guys being amazing and then becomes like a based on like what you could have achieved, it then becomes a massive disappointment. So yeah, man, they're definitely in a very tough position right now to, I guess, make sure they at least get one of the two over the line. What helps them, I guess, is that what they still have a 6-point buffer on Chelsea. I think they still have to play
And they
Chelsea.
face
So again,
Chelsea next.
yeah, that's a it's even next game. Yeah, that's
Next.
that. Yeah, I think that's
On
massive for
Wednesday.
them to give themselves any kind of like, I guess, what's what I'm looking for, like space or like another word I'm thinking, but like any like to kind of basically enable them to rest players in between those Europa League games, they have to get that 9 points. I think if it stays 6 and they have like to keep using the squad, I think they're gonna burn out. And
9 points would be massive. Like if they can get that buffer, if they can get a 9-point buffer on Chelsea, that would be absolutely massive. Because also Chelsea have also got Villa have got tough games, but Chelsea have also got tough games. Like Chelsea have still got to play City, they've still got to play Liverpool, they've still got to face United. Like, yeah, Chelsea have got loads of tough games. So yeah, man, like I think that's gonna be a real battle. What are you thinking on Liverpool? Do you think they'll make it?
I don't know. I think they'll make it.
If you had to give the placement rather, like so, let's. I know you'll say Arsenal first, City second. You'll go with that. Then 100%. Yeah, the rest of them, the top 5. What would you predict?
I don't know what the situation. You know, I'm gonna go Arsenal, City. I'm gonna put United because I'm not too locked into Liverpool enough to know what's happening with like the Verts injury and stuff. I feel like that might be the difference in Liverpool.
I think they said 2 games he's missing.
2 games. Okay.
Yeah.
If they get him back, then I think I probably would go Liverpool, then United for United 4th, and then 5th. I think I'm gonna. Oh, it's so tough. I think I'm gonna go Chelsea because I think I see Chelsea have tough games. I think Chelsea are still a better team that they can make up that difference, especially if Villa don't manage to beat them this weekend. I feel like this weekend game is really, really big for Villa, in my opinion. But yes, I'm gonna go Arsenal, City, Liverpool, United. Then I'm gonna go Chelsea right now before this Villa Chelsea game. Because that's gonna be a massive game for both teams. Liverpool, to kind of answer your initial question, I think they'll get it because they're better than Chelsea, and Chelsea aren't great either. But I'm not impressed with Liverpool also, because even that West Ham game, to very quickly detour to that as well, that was definitely a game of seeing, or a game of like Liverpool also are still way too easy to play through. And if West Ham had a bit more quality, that game was still alive for West Ham much longer than it should have been. Even when it went to 3-0 second half, West Ham again 3-1. If West Ham get the next goal, Liverpool looked like they could have been shocking, and it probably would have ended up in a draw or something. So I think like the scoreline really flattered them in the end. But again, they have quality players, they're able to get over the line, but I'm not impressed with Liverpool either. Like, I know I've seen some I've seen some Liverpool fans talking about the Champions League. I mean, forget about all that. I know about heritage and stuff, but I just don't think they're good enough. Like, I just don't think as a team, like even just I don't think they're good enough.
I don't think they're good enough. I don't think they'll win it, and I don't think they're good enough. But I get why. I hear it. Like, yeah, don't get me twisted. I don't want them to, but I hear it. Like, if I was a Liverpool fan, I would say I would look at the Champions League and say, yeah, why not? Like, yeah,
no, I hear it. Again,
you got I think Galatasaray in the next round, which we're talking about a Champions League draw, which is going to be tough, by the way. I don't think that's easy at all, by the way. But then if you are able to get through to that, obviously it's the quarters. And yeah, man, Anfield, like, do you get me? Like, as a football fan, like, if that's your club, like, you've got to back it. Like, do you get me? Like, you turned round the 3-0 deficit to Messi's Barcelona, like, do you get me? And 1-4-0 when you had Salah missing and Firmino missing and etc. So it's like, I hear it. Like, I even Chelsea as well. Like, all of those, I hear it. Like, if it was my club in those positions, like, I would be saying, yeah, like, I wouldn't be confident that we'll be winning it or anything like that. But I won't just say, oh, forget about the Champions League. I'll be like, hey, man, a tie at a time. Let's try a thing. No. Like, do you get me? I hear that. Yeah. But yeah. I think it will be top. Again, I think with United, I'm confident, to be honest. As regards to,
you think you finish above Liverpool?
Yeah. Cause I think also when we face them, they come to OT, and I think we beat them. I don't think. Again, Wirtz, and I said this, like, the receipts are there. I said this when everyone was getting onto him. I'm not gonna get onto him because I watched him at Leverkusen, and I can't be disingenuous and act like I weren't a big fan. Like, do you get me? So I said this guy's got too much quality to now come to the Prem and all of a sudden not be good. Like, I can't see it. Like, do you get me? So I wasn't surprised that he started picking things up. Obviously Ekitike as well. Like, I rate him. But yeah, I think Liverpool. What do you say?
I don't even saw his assist for the.
Oh yeah, man, he's just a classy baller, man. Like, he's a classy baller. But yeah, man, like, I think Liverpool, like, they've still got their problems, as the United. Like, United are definitely not, like, things aren't all of a sudden very fixed. Like, we've got a big summer ahead of us to try and, like, improve the team and squad and all of that stuff. But yeah, man, I'd in this position, I'll back us to finish third still. Like, and then yeah, I'd probably say Liverpool fourth, and then I don't know, man. Villa and Chelsea is, I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough because the thing is as well, is like, I can see Villa dropping the points, but I can also see Chelsea dropping the points.
Yeah,
like, that's the thing. So it's like, so like, Chelsea, they're gonna have to. Yeah, I think this one's big. If Chelsea beat Villa, like, in midweek, then I would think Chelsea. I would go with Chelsea. Like, do you get me? But yeah, like, if Villa win, then I think 9 points should be enough.
I don't think Chelsea.
And then if it's a draw, then I feel like it's tight. Like, do you get me? It's tight. I think Chelsea will need in some of those big fixtures. Like,
hey man, I
when
know
they've
they
got
have time for me against City, man. London teams
when they,
united
when
coming
they got
together to kick points of City. I
I
know they
think
got
they would
something.
have to like pick up some results in some of those big fixtures. So yeah, we'll see what happens when like everything plays out. But yeah, man.
And also too, I'm quick to add on to, we're talking about like Villa's financial situation. I think Chelsea too. Chelsea also can't really be affording to be missing Champions League football so too often with just how they like their revenue set up. So they also really need to make sure that they also get into it. So like those are two teams fighting for their lives when it comes to their pockets. So yeah. It'll be interesting
I just think even just to quickly talk about Chelsea as well, man. Like I just think, yeah, man, like again, like not even to like just big up like United's, but like we finished 15th last season and we bought Sesko, Imbumo, Cunha, and Lemens. And these man bought Garnacho. They gave us 40 mil for Garnacho, Gittins, Delap. Like it was yeah, man.
The lap
like,
number, bro. Only came one.
It was bro, like the lap, like oh my days, like yeah, man. It's I think the only good thing, and I think this is potentially why a lot of people were looking at the deal, was the money. Like, do you get me? It was an easy deal to do. It was a 30 mil, and there was release clause. Like, it was simple, like to do.
So you have to send him to the championship. I don't even know if Premier League is gonna buy that.
Like, yeah, man. What do you think of like? What do you think is going? Do you think it's just a thing where it's just like he just needs to go to like a lesser club and like just boost this thing up? Like, do you get me? Because you know what it is as well with because a lot of people they talk about like Delap and like that he kind of like has this thing where it's just like he tries to exert his physicality. Like, do you get me? But then like
as someone who has this at home, let me talk to you. Okay.
I didn't want to do it.
As someone who has this at home, I
see the comparisons.
And I said, you know that Spider-Man meme? When they look at each other, I said, you're one of the same, man. You're one of the same. So yeah, bro, 100%. I know you don't want to say it. They're both wrestlers. That's exactly what's happening there, man. They both want to be having contact with their opposing number instead of finding space. Like that's what they like to do, man. So yeah, I think again, like your quest, I think you put them in like maybe like a Palace, a team that's on the transition, that there's space in behind. I think that's when you see the best out of them. I think the moment you ask them to play like back to the goal, they just don't have the fundamentals, man. Like it's like even hit like touches. I don't know. We have to do touch for touch against Gyökeres, which is baggier, but it's very baggy. His touch also. So again, man, I feel like the fundamentals that not being there and the opposition that Chelsea are going to regularly come up against, I just don't see it working. So I think he does need to go to a team that will give him the spaces in behind and allow him to be on the transition, allow him to run. And I think that's what we see. Obviously, what he was doing at Ipswich. But yeah, man, like I said, man, I've seen it up close and personal. Like for this whole season now, I can tell Chelsea fans, I'm sure they know themselves too, man. They know a good striker when they see one. This might be instant parachute.
João Pedro's done well. Like that was a good signing. Yeah, that was a good signing. Like, they got that right. Like, that was a good signing. So credit to them.
And again, though, like it's like it was.
They needed more of that.
Yeah, exactly. Basically that. That was signing that we all looked at and said, "Ooh, that's a good signing." Whereas the rest of them, we thought we did.
That is what I said. It's like they looked. United said they got Cunha and they said, "Oh, this makes sense. Let's do that again in Brumo." But you get me? And they looked at it and said João Pedro, and they said,
you know what, Garnacho, you have potential. you have potential.
Right, we're trying to make some flips. So it's just, man. Like,
it's so funny. They probably took Garnacho with 40 mil thinking that, man, you can at least make him a 60, at least make something on top. You'll be lucky to get 40 million again for him, man.
Not great. Not great. So, man. But, bro, let's quickly talk about the Champions League draw. Firstly, obviously, Arsenal. Arsenal,
Yes.
Arsenal, Arsenal,
Hey,
Arsenal,
man.
Arsenal.
Hey, man.
Someone was very happy.
All right, man. Listen, I told you, man. I was ready to load up for stream on, on Friday. I said you might have to do this live because you know it's like because one of my friends called me early in the day, but again I was working, so he told me like the draw, but it didn't lock into my head. And then in the evening, I watched a couple of videos on it, and I think what really got me was not only the draw, which we'll speak about in a second. It was the implication of the draw, especially for City, and just how different our running is now in terms of like the number of games where they have a tough Champions League game away and then they come back to the Premier League and it's also another maybe tough challenging away game. So it's the confidence that it gave me that if City go on and they win the league again with all these facets, then yeah, man, we could wrap it up, man. Wrap it up, like wrap it up, man. Because like I think after the draw, I'm looking at my plays now and I'm saying that you guys, if you have the mentality that I think you need to have to at least to be a win in this Premier League and to like I guess go on to win multiple big trophies, I think that you have to look at this draw and say if we do our job and we win the games we're meant to win, like we could have a historic end to the season. Again, obviously, it's easier said than done. You have to beat the teams in front of you. Sometimes maybe these teams aren't really a banana skin, but like there's actually no excuse where we can get into it now. Where obviously first tie against Leverkusen again, like I think they're like 6 or something in the Bundesliga. I expect Arsenal I expect Arsenal to win that game. Then we go on to play either Bodo Glimt or Sporting, which I think we beat recently in the Champions League as well. Again, whoever makes it through that tie, I expect Arsenal to be that. Then here is where
Bodo
Glimt, they're playing good football, man.
They're in pre-season right now, you know. Did you see the football they're playing against Inter? Like, credit to them, man. Like, it's crazy as well because it's like I'll see Spurs fans were saying, you see, last season you were saying, oh, you're not gonna get teams like Bodo Glimt to the Champions League. Well,
damn, hey man, life comes at you fast, man. Yeah, man. They leveled up over the summer.
Shout out them, man, because yeah, like I could imagine, like for their fans, it must feel crazy what they're doing. So
yeah. And again, whoever wins that tie, it's gonna be a historic night for both of them to make it to the quarters. So that's a massive game, man.
Yes, but then Bodo and then or it'll be Yokkers against his old team.
Hey man, listen, if he doesn't, yeah, man, I can't like if he fails in that game, yeah, man, that's it. That's my final straw. That's my final straw, man. But again, like that being said, you have to win the games in front of you, but like you kind of look at that draw and you say Arsenal, you have no reason not to be in that semi-final. And then I look at that semi-final and I say Barcelona, this is where we then start to get into heritage talk and maybe history talk, and maybe that's I'm more scared of maybe those elements. And again, they have like very quality players, but like I look at how they play sometimes. I'm just like, if with our strengths, we're not able to beat this Barcelona team, then the attack on that day just has to be absolutely lethal. And I think we have to just leak goals because I think they will always give us a chance when it comes to the transition or set pieces. So again, I look at that game now. I'm like, can't be overconfident. We have to make the semis. I'll be disappointed if we don't make the final, but I also do expect us to beat Barcelona just based on styles making fights. But obviously, that's more on like football and what I've seen from both teams. That doesn't mean on the day or on the days they don't turn us over. But that's my fault.
Because I was gonna say, firstly, just with the draw, I expect Arsenal to beat Leverkusen. I expect them to beat Bodo Glimt or Sporting. Obviously, I think the other side of the tie is a little bit more tricky. But
a little bit.
I'm not talking. No, I'm not.
You mean
I'm not talking about? Yeah, I mean the same. Sorry, same side. But like, just looking at the other fixtures with Newcastle, Barca, and then Atletico, Spurs. I think I expect Barca to get past Newcastle, then I expect Atletico to get back past Spurs, and then I expect Barca to get past Atletico, but that's not necessarily going to be. It's not a given. Atletico are bro. I remember in the Copa del Rey. In fact, the second leg's tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. But bro, they slap Barca 4-0. Like like Atletico can be tricky. So like that's not a given. But
Tottenham, I take a Tottenham win, man. Tottenham to the semi-finals, man.
Hey, boy. boy. It's to the point where I don't even know if Tottenham fans want that. Like, yeah.
Okay,
No, seriously, it's like, no, it's not even just that. It's like there's the focus, but I don't even know if they like can take even getting to the semis and getting like humiliate Eze dumping a hat trick, and like I think it's just too much for them, man. Like I think they'd rather just get knocked out early. Just get knocked out early, bro. Just get knocked out early. Like, yeah, that's all mad. But yeah, I think with Barca, yeah, what I was going to say is that I feel like I fully understand Barca definitely have weaknesses that Arsenal can exploit. And yeah, like you spoke about the high line, pace on transition, physically, you've definitely got an advantage. Set pieces as well. I think like just in general, like England, the Premier League, when it comes to corners and set pieces and stuff, like other countries just aren't doing what we're doing. And Arsenal are the best at it in this country. So that's definitely something that you will be able to attack when it comes to Barca. But I was seeing some Arsenal fans, the way they were talking, I was just like, yeah, man, you man are getting, yeah. This is why people don't like you lot. I was like, this is why people don't like you lot. Like, I don't get me wrong, when you're breaking down the game, like I hear it, etc., whatever the case may be. But also, it's like Barca also have players that can just twist you up.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
yeah, that's a problem. I feel like it's one of the games that if they attack you on fire,
they can just twist you up. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw what Yamal did against Villarreal.
Yeah, I saw it. I actually watched that game,
bro. And I've been telling this is the best player in the world, bro. Like, bro, they've got midfield Pedri's. Like, you've got
came on,
bro. Pedri's dead. Like Rafinha, we saw what he did last season. Like Barca, like they've got firepower, like serious firepower. I don't think Arsenal fans, like I fully get why Arsenal fans, I don't think Arsenal fans are silly to think that they can win. Like, do you get me? Like, I could see it. Like, yeah, yes, they've got the firepower, but defensively, we look at it and say, cool, let's stay compact, let's stay solid, hit them on the transition, set pieces, like we've got the tools to hurt them, like, and we can exploit their weaknesses. I fully hear that. But yeah, like when, like some people, I've seen some Arsenal fans, the same way they were brushing through the first two, they were trying to brush through the semi. I was like, yeah, you lot need to relax. Like, you lot need to relax, bro.
I don't
don't get your mouth amped, bro. Like, you know, remember what happened in the Euros when the France brother, was it Rabiot was talking?
Yeah,
like,
man.
You get me? And Yamal with a slap one, like, do you get me?
Right in his face as well.
Yeah, bro. Like, take it easy. Like, do you get me? But what I will say is that I think Arsenal have got a brilliant chance of reaching the final. Like, I think
definitely.
The draw is real nice for you. So
yeah. And again, I've seen some of the rivals talk about, oh my, what's the draw? Again, we almost could have been on the other side because it was still between us and Bayern who was gonna fall on that side. But obviously, the luck also played in our favor also because we won the group and we were so dominant in the group stages. So it's like you also earn your luck, but definitely the luck has been well and truly. Like we couldn't have asked for a better draw, which is why I say that this is a year where like semifinals is. If we don't do that, I'll be angry. And then the semifinals,
not getting to the semifinals is an extreme thing. It's extreme thing.
So I think that's where we're at now. Where it's like we have to get the semis, and then it's like cool. At that point now, big game. Big two games, we make it to the final, and then we see who makes it through the other side. And obviously, the beauty of the draw from our perspective too is that you look at the other side and you say, "Yeah, man, that's a Warriors. Warriors are gonna have to battle their way to the top, man." So I don't know if that works.
The last 10 winners since 2016. With all the winners since 2016. Like on that side of the draw,
left-hand side. And Barcelona the only team on our side that won it ever.
Bro, I didn't even realize that. Oh man, they are. That's crazy.
Hey man, Newcastle this side for me, please. Like we can eliminate Barcelona. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's what like we couldn't have asked for a better draw, man. So yeah, we look at the other side. I don't know if you want to quickly give your like this quick who you think is going through these initial times.
These are tough, man. Man, these are real tough. But remember we were speaking about Courtois said, hey, we already know we're getting City. And said you can't reverse your psychology. You can't reverse psychology your way out of this with UEFA, bro. You're still getting
we don't care. We don't care. You think we're gonna risk the lack of revenue if you guys don't catch each other?
Yeah,
Hey, man.
you think we're setting it up? Prove it. Prove it. Why don't you prove it? You got we know you got money, you got the lawyers. Do you get me?
Man.
Both of you can try and prove it. Like, you get me?
We'll
but yeah, man. These man meet every season. It's actually crazy.
Wow, bro. Twice now. It's already met the season already.
Bro, yeah, man. It's mad. But yeah, I think, okay, well, starting off with the easiest, Bayern should beat Atalanta. No disrespect to Atalanta, but yeah, like I expect Bayern to progress there.
I'm quite happy we didn't get Atalanta as well, you know. Cause I don't. That's a team that we should beat, but I don't know. Those are the kind of teams that we should beat that I think are booky enough to ruin our dreams. But Bayern will definitely comfortably deal with them. So yeah,
I think Bayern will get past that. I think Madrid and City is tough, man. It's tough to call. It's tough.
What do you think? And then Mbappe is not going to play as well.
Tough. Yeah, I was seeing stuff with like a knee injury
I think he's out.
stuff. It's like, yeah, like, I don't even know what's going on with him. But yeah, I was seeing like people, and I was seeing some reports where like surgery's potentially being discussed. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know how serious. That's what people are talking about. Like I don't know what's happening with him there. Like, yeah, so I have to wait and see like some like better or like more like conclusive updates. Like, yeah, because I don't think anything like official has come out yet.
Shame,
but
man.
yeah,
I was ready for that Haaland and Mbappe matchup, man.
Yeah, like I think, but yeah, it's tough, man.
Vinny's in good form though.
Yeah, Vinny is, man. Like, yeah, and shout Vinny out as well, because that previous tie with Benfica, and all of the stuff regarding the racism and like him celebrating, man. Like, continue to dance, Vinny, man. Like, man, continue to dance, bro. Don't ever stop. So yeah, honestly, don't ever stop, man. You get me? Yeah, don't stop.
I love it, man. Clearly did it, man. Next game he ran the same dance again. So.
Yeah, bro, run it back. Like, what are you talking about? Run it back. Like, do you get me? And shout out to Mbappe as well, because I really respected like how he backed it. Like when like everything was happening with Vinny. Like, yeah, like I feel like that's what like a teammate's supposed to do. Like, so yeah, like he was really vocal and like, yeah, he stood on business, so credit to him. But yeah, this is tight, man. Madrid City is tight, like, because Madrid just like they find a way, like City,
man. And Madrid, they thrive on chaos, man. I remember
man, like they just
thrive on chaos.
Yeah, so, man.
With the transitional threat and Vinny, I feel like they can. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. I think the question is, like we said, like City's defense is stronger than it has been, which again I think gives them that edge. But again, like we said, City also obviously still have tough games. They have to win every game. They can't afford to rest anyone either. So again, it factors into both the Champions League and Prem games like are coming up. So. But man, it should be.
Real Madrid are in the same situation as well as regards to La Liga as well. They're battling it out with Barca. They're battling it out with Barca. So like that's a big one for them as well. So yeah, I don't know, man. That one's tough. It's tough. I actually don't. Yeah, it's 50-50 for me, you know. It's actually 50-50.
I actually hear you. Like, I'm gonna from the little I've seen of Real Madrid this season, I think I'm still gonna go City, just because City are just, again, I feel like they're entering that end of season where they just start, their performances are just getting better and better. But
question for you, would you prefer for them to 100%. Progress?
I don't need City out. You know, I want City to progress. I want them to get knocked out the next round. Definitely after the next 2 legs, then they get knocked out. But and also too, again, this is another one where it's like we'll talk about the other teams as well. But who would I rather play in the final? Obviously, Chelsea would be great if we can play Chelsea. You know. Like we said,
you know what though? You know what?
You're gonna give me the heritage talk.
No. This is like, it is kind of heritage, but you know what? Generally speaking, it's so weird though. Like, this is me being honest. Like, bro, you know, in the league, like, if I give the predictions and it's like, Arsenal, like whatever. Honestly, in a Champions League final, I don't know, man. Like, really? Honestly, Chelsea are weird.
You're thinking about SCN
bro. Even I know. bro, I know even the Club World Cup, like I know it's not the Champions League, but bro, like Chelsea can step up. Like they're weird in Europe, bro. Like, do you get me? Like no one was giving them a chance against PSG, and they battered them. Like
No, that is
they
true.
popped them. Like, do you get it? So, like in Europe, like domestically, yeah, nah. But in Europe, like I don't know. Like, do you get me? Like, I don't know. Like with I think that's the thing is that with Arsenal as well, yeah. I think I was like I was even seeing discussions about this. Like, I can't remember where, but I was seeing discussions about this where like when it comes to Arsenal and I think that's why a lot of Arsenal fans, they were happy that they avoided the English sides. Like when Arsenal have ever when they face English sides in Europe, they lose. Like, yeah, like even when it's like when it was like obviously there was the Chelsea Baku Europa League, but even like if we're talking Champions League, there was United, we faced each other in the semi-finals. You know, Ronaldo free kick at the Emirates when we were in the blue kit, the counter-attacking goal. Obviously, there was Chelsea in the Invincible season. They knocked you out. There was the Liverpool one where, you know, Walcott at Anfield, like he ran through everybody from one end to the pitch to the other, and they set up Adebayor. But then Liverpool ended up winning and getting through there. But yeah, like when Arsenal have faced English opposition, like they haven't won. Like, and I think Europe is just a weird place. Like even like Liverpool as well. Yeah, it's like, and obviously Liverpool, they've actually it was 4 points they got against you in the league this season. But yeah, I think the one at Anfield during the Emirates. But it's like, like if you were to face Liverpool.
Oh
like,
yeah, that one.
Champions League final.
I'll be
like
very
like
I'll be very concerned.
I think Chelsea or Liverpool. Like I'm not. Yeah, I'm.
But
not
that's
sure.
the question.
I think Arsenal. Arsenal basically, you would have to basically. I think with Arsenal in Europe, it's a see it to believe it. Like the first step of seeing it for me was the Real Madrid one. That one was like, oh, like last season, I was like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. Like, do you get me? I was like, what's going on here? No, honestly, bro, I was shocked. I was shocked. I said, that's not supposed to happen. Like, and then obviously PSG semi-finals, and it was like both of you had never won. Like, do you get me? And then it's like, yeah, PSG were able to get one over you. But I think it's just one of them ones. Yeah, like with the Arsenal in Europe thing, it's just it's just one of them ones. See it and believe it. But I do also think in a two-legged tie in Europe, it's just different to like a league game. Like, it's just
I think so too.
Yeah, it is.
I think so too. Like a one-off game. No, I hear it. I will. I can't really argue about that. But I think the main thing I was trying to get across is that I still look at Chelsea. Like I look at City. I look at Bayern. I look at Liverpool, and I would want to play them more than I'd want to play Chelsea. Like in terms of like, if I had to weigh up the team that I'd want to probably make it to the final on the other side, it probably would be that Chelsea PSG leg, because I think Liverpool will be a problem. I think City or Real Madrid in the final will be a problem, and I think Bayern will be a problem. But again, I think our team is good enough where in a one-off game, I think we can beat anyone. But again, there is the pressure of you haven't won it before. It's the pressure of the Champions League. So that's an added factor that I can't really analyze. But in terms of just like looking at the final and saying who are those teams I think we had the best chance of beating, it probably would be Chelsea. But we'll see. We'll see who gets there on that side. And obviously we have to get on our side firstly. So yeah, man. But yeah, so quick, so your thoughts anyway. So what's your kind of final pathway?
So I think Galatasaray Liverpool. I think Liverpool will get through that, but I think it'll be tough though. So, like Galatasaray is a very hard place to go to. PSG Chelsea again. I don't know. Like I don't know, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. I put respect on Chelsea in Europe still. Like I actually do. Like I actually think this. I feel like they can step it up. Like like I'm not looking at Chelsea through the Premier League lens. Like like I think in Europe, I feel like they can be. They're weird, man.
Especially that second. I think the first one they had the real men still in their team, so I said cool, they got you. But the second one, I feel like they had no right winning that Champions League.
Man. Like
so, I can't do it too much.
It's weird, man.
I look at the build of their team though. I still say that it would be. This is where I actually believe in like heritage. They actually managed to get through these fixtures because I just look at what their team is. Like we're saying, like the Arsenal game. Why I was confident, I look at the fundamentals of what the team is built off, and I think it's the Arsenal teams of the past that also would struggle in Europe. And I obviously I don't put too much stock in the Club World Cup. Great,
you know what is also, you know what is also though. I agree with you when it comes to like from the aspect of like physically you don't get bullied. Like, do you get me? Like, if you want to have a fight, you can have a fight. Like, you're not soft in like nature. But I think there's also like just like the mental aspect, and it's like, especially in a champion, like when you're caught in a storm. Like, do you get like, when you're just caught in a storm, bro, like in Europe, bro, it gets crazy. Like, do you get me? It's just like, what's going on, bro? Like, do you get me? It's like you could just get caught up in a storm. Like, so yeah, man. Like, I think it's gonna be interesting. I think Arsenal definitely, like, because of like how the draws worked out, you've got like a really good pathway. Until the semi-final, and then I expect it to be Barca, and then that's gonna be interesting. But I hear what you're saying as regards to you've definitely got tools to hurt them on this left side, bro. I'm just not gonna lie, man. Like, bro, Bayern, beat Atalanta. I think Liverpool edge past Galatasaray. You see that PSG, Chelsea, and that Madrid City, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. Because it's like, like, I think PSG as well, they've not been the same PSG that they were last season. Like, I've watched them, and like, obviously Dembele, like, he struggled with like injuries. I think Donnarumma is a massive miss. Like, I think he's a massive, massive miss. And I think for City, when we're speaking about the defense and stuff like that, I think he also deserves a massive amount of credit as well.
I hate when players are running one-on-one against him, man.
Yeah,
I don't believe it until I see it.
I think, because I honestly feel, I feel like, and I think Trafford's a good goalkeeper, by the way. Like, I think Trafford's a good goalkeeper. But I feel like if they didn't make that signing, I don't think they're in this league fighting. That's how important I think it is. I feel like I think that was a brilliant signing for them, and he's a big moments player. Where it's like he will like pull off. Remember what he did against Arsenal in the semi-final last season? Like, so I think PSG not having him, like, that's big. Like, that's big, man. Hey, man, bro, I just need all the ops to lose. I just need all the ups. Even this whole situation, you can't get this whole situation is just making me very uncomfortable. Just like, it's like, oh, Arsenal, Liverpool, City. It's just, I just need everyone to lose, bro. I need everyone to lose, bro. I need your Bayerns, your Barcas, your Madrids to rise. PSG, I need them all to rise, man. Like, do you get me? Barca, I know you want another champs. Madrid, I know you want another champs. Hey, man, Chelsea, not Chelsea, PSG, back to back. Why not? Like, do you get me? Galatasaray, why not? Osimhen.
Hey, man, I'll tell you, I won't get to the final. Okay? That's right.
Why not
make it to that final, bro?
Why not be historic?
Make it to that final. That's still
historic. But this Champions League this year, man, just how everything is situated, like, it's uncomfortable for me, man. Like, like, it's uncomfortable. Like, do you get me? So man. Like, because even when talking about Europe and stuff like that, again, I think that's why next year, bro, man, I just need United should be involved in this, man. We need to be involved. Like, do you get me? Like, what? Like, I'm looking at Spurs there, and I'm just like, imagine, like, it could be United and Arsenal on a collision course. I mean, United would have to. No, I'm reading the thing wrong. It would be just theoretically, the draw could have worked out different. Where it would have been a collision course. I'm not sure. I never looked at how. I was just talking. Don't mind me, but man. So, man, it's just one of them ones. But obviously, exciting times for you, man. exciting
Nah,
times for you.
nah, for real, man. Like I
So
said, man. And again, it all starts with that Carabao Cup fixture, man. That's gonna be a massive game also to kickstart. Because I, like I said, I'm in that place now where I'll be disappointed if we don't win at least 2 trophies, and that's at least one major trophy and one other. Whether that's the Carabao Cup or FA Cup, I think we need to be at the stage of the season we are with the squad depth that we built this summer. This is where, like, yeah, we need to really put it together, man, and just have a big end to the season. So, yeah,
I
man,
hear
it's
you.
gonna be
I
interesting
feel
to
like
see.
I hear you. I feel like there's a good chance you do as well. But I think even if it was just the league, though, I feel like you're good.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I
Yeah,
won't complain, but
yeah.
I do think that the Carabao Cup will be massive, though. If City are to spank us in that game,
Mentally,
so I then
yeah,
believe in Arsenal to then
mentally,
go on to win the league.
mentally.
Uh,
Uh,
so yeah, man. Yeah, we'll
yeah,
see.
yeah. No, we'll see what gone. But yeah, bro, let's quickly go through predictions, man, and wrap the show up. Of
Yup.
course, that's not where we're at.
Oh, I had to say,
I
that
think
was
that
a
was
healthy lead.
no. You're in the lead still, but I think that was last week's.
Mm. Yeah,
Last
I know
week's
that.
one.
That Arsenal Chelsea result. I was like at 2-1. I was like, no. At first, I went Arsenal to get the third so we can be comfortable. Then when it was 2-1, I said, I take it.
Well, we both predicted that, by the way, bro.
Oh, the 2? Oh, damn. I thought you won for. Oh, no.
Yeah, bro. I
Oh,
told you.
no.
You think I believed in
I was.
Chelsea?
Yeah, I thought you might have gone for maybe Arsenal getting like a 2-0, 3-1 type
Oh no,
situation.
this was the most obvious 2-1 ever.
Oh, damn. Okay, man.
This is the
I'm
most
celebrating in the stadium for no reason.
this is the most obvious 2-1 ever.
Damn.
Yeah, nah, I went with that one. But you did get a couple you did get a differential on me in other places. So that's where we're currently at. Just to recap the scores. So yeah, we both went for Arsenal 2-1 Chelsea. That was the correct score. I went for 2-1 City against Leeds. You went for 3-1 City against Leeds. It was 1-0 City. So 1 point each there. 2-0 West Ham for me. I mean Liverpool West Ham. I went 2-0. You went Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. Obviously, Liverpool ended up 5-2 winners, 1 point each there. We both again went Fulham to beat Spurs 2-1, which I feel like that was just it's just like you see your Wolby's goal, by the way.
Bro, it was beautiful.
Bro,
It was
what? I don't
beautiful,
even
man.
understand what he did. Like, I
How
was
the
looking at it, I was
angle
like,
it didn't make sense.
what
It
is
didn't make sense.
like
It didn't make
what
sense.
was going through your head
It's
to
one of
think
those
that you were
goals
going
that
to
you
strike the ball like that from that angle? Like, I don't even understand what's going on. Like, it was a brilliant goal, like a brilliant goal, and it could have been worse for them as well.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Emil Smith Rowe could have got a couple. Like, I
man.
knew them Arsenal boys were never letting Spurs come out there.
Bro, they were on their neck.
Like,
Smith Rowe, he was
it's
even
an
being
obvious
greedy at some
win.
points. But I was like, bro, pass the ball, man. Stop trying to spend these men down. Pass the ball, man. Guarantee the goal. Stop trying to get yours.
Man.
Nah, man.
That was
Yeah,
the
nah.
most
They did
obvious
that thing.
Fulham win ever. Yeah. We
Yup.
both went for Newcastle 2-1 Everton.
Boy.
And Everton won 3-2. Which was a big win for them. I went for 2-1 Villa Wolves. You went for 1-0 Villa Wolves, and it was 2-0 Wolves. So we both missed out there. I went for a 2-1 Forest win against Brighton. You went for a 1-1. It was a Brighton 2-1 win. And then I went for a 3-0 United Palace win, and you went for a 2-1 United Palace win, and that was the correct
That's where I
score.
got the 2-1.
So 3 points, and then and that was the 1 point. So this is currently what things are looking like. And on that note, let's predict, because we got midweek games.
So like 20 games,
man. A lot. I don't think on the weekend is FA Cup, so
okay.
Well, all good.
Nice.
They said there's too much jeopardy.
Bro, I know how you move when we have these midweek pictures, guys. Can I list like 15 pictures and tell us to predict all of them?
Bro. Hey man, there's one episode a week. We got you. We got to cover the fixtures.
Fair enough. Man.
So let's start off with Arsenal Brighton. Big game for you lot. What are you saying?
I'm going to go Brighton. What are you? I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna go 2-0.
Cool. I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal.
I hear that. You heard that?
Then we got United, Newcastle, St. James's Park. That's a tough place for us to go there, man. But hey, I gotta back the boys. So I'm going 2-1 United. 2-1 United.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
I hear that.
Go 2-2.
Newcastle. 2-1 United. 2. Villa, Chelsea.
That's a tough one.
Mm.
I'm gonna go 1-1.
I hear it. This is tough. I may review this after. I'm gonna match it currently.
Cool.
Yeah. And there's a lot at stake there.
Yeah.
Wolves, Liverpool.
Oof.
Wolves, have you got something for me?
Hey man,
Have you got something for me? I know you've been enjoying yourselves, man. I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool, but I hope I'm wrong.
I do hear that. Oh, I'm gonna match you on that. I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool, but I actually think I won't be shocked if that's a draw, but that's too risky. But just to preface that, I won't be shocked if that's a draw. But I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. So
I hear it. City, Forest.
Hey man, Forest, if you guys, this is the time for you guys to do something. I'm joking. I'm gonna go. That's probably back, isn't it? 3-2-1 City. Will be tired. I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
I do hear that. I'm gonna go. I like 2-1, man. Let me go 2-0.
All right, cool.
2-0 City.
I heard that.
Fulham, West Ham.
2-2-2.
Oh, it's me, innit? Yeah. That's tough, man, because West Ham are fighting for their lives. Like
and again, man, shout out to West Ham too, man, because I know people a lot's been said about their form, but I genuinely feel like they actually played really well against Liverpool, man. It was just that lack of quality at the other end. They actually played really well. Like,
away to Fulham, though, man, that's a tough ask. But they do need results. I am going to go. I'm gonna go 1-1.
I actually heard that. I think I'm gonna go. That's a very good shout. I'm gonna go 2-2.
West Ham. Spurs, Palace.
Boy. At home? Palace
Spurs
in
at
the bag.
home.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm gonna go 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Palace, man.
Good 2-1 Palace.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
Nah,
man.
Spurs
home record are real bad.
No, it's real bad.
I saw Palace up close as well, but they can play, man. Like, I know they were having some problems with Glasner and whatever, but it looks like they might have sorted out whatever. They're through to the next round of the Conference League. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Nah,
man.
I heard that, man. I just
2-1
think if Spurs have any, because right now it's already looking like they're destined. But yeah, they can't beat Palace this weekend.
Bro.
Because yeah, man, based on performances, I definitely back Forest and West Ham over them as of now. But again, maybe Tudor can to do something because they need it, man.
Cool. Bournemouth, Brentford, which is tough, man, because they're both in good form. And also, Brentford and
Hey, man.
outside of that Champions League
Major.
hunt,
I said it on the day. The game that Chelsea beat them, I feel like could be what cost them, man. That game that they had like 3-4 weeks ago where they were peppering them,
Oh yeah,
couldn't finish the
yeah,
chance,
yeah, yeah.
and then Chelsea go on to win it. Because yeah, that was
Yeah,
like where that form also kind of dropped a little bit. But yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, the way they actually do have an outside chance, but I think it's these type of
yeah,
games that's going to determine whether they can do it. If they can beat Bournemouth this weekend, then yeah, man, I'm really throwing their hat in the ring because they've been
yeah.
really good.
That's
But
2 points behind Chelsea. Like,
again,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, Bournemouth, Brentford. This is tough. I'm gonna go 2-2.
You're gonna go 2-2. I hear that. I do hear that. You know what? I don't need differentials at this stage. I'm gonna match that. I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2 Brentford, and then final one Leeds Sunderland.
Leeds versus Sunderland. I'm gonna go 2-1 Leeds.
I hear that. I am gonna go 1-1. So recapping, I've gone 2-1 Arsenal Brighton, you've gone 2-0 Arsenal Brighton, I've gone 2-1 Man United Newcastle, you've gone 2-2 Man United Newcastle, we've both gone Villa 1-1 Chelsea, we've both gone Liverpool 2-1 Wolves. I've gone 2-0 City Forest, you've gone 2-1 City Forest. I've gone Fulham 1-1 against West Ham, you've gone Fulham 2-2 West Ham. I've gone 2-1 Palace Spurs, you've gone 1-1 Spurs Palace. I've gone Bournemouth 2-2 Brentford, you've done the same, and I've gone Leeds 2-1 Sunderland, and you've gone Leeds 1-1. And yeah, man, that's that. So that should wrap it up. But yeah, man, as always, I appreciate anyone who's tuned into the stream. If you've not liked it, please do. And if you've not subscribed, please do. But yeah, man, like as always, if it's been 30 seconds, a minute, half an hour, the whole stream, we appreciate you locking in and tuning in. And yeah, man, hope everyone has a great week. Ace, any final words?
Nah, man, just echo all of that, man. Hopefully, everyone is going to join us in a historic Arsenal season. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Hey, that's the clip right there. Hey, let's see.
Damn.
Let's see how things goes. Hey, man, it might work in your favor. We'll see. Like, do you get me?
I'm already nervous.
We'll see.
Man, but I appreciate everyone for tuning in, man. See you guys in the next one.
Stay blessed, people.